And now we've got Laura Jakobsen from teaRiot, who we were talking about earlier in the New Beverage Showdown. Welcome.
Thanks for the shout out.
I couldn't not shout out when the Zesty guys clearly were inspired by you.
Oh, thanks. Well, we look to inspire people every day with better energy, for sure.
Let me just get you to put this a little closer.
You bet.
Yeah. So you like to inspire people with better energy. You've been in recently in the Chobani incubator.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about teaRiot.
All right, teaRiot, it's all your natural energy based from tea. So we infuse it with botanicals and fruits, no added sugar, no processed ingredients, and you get the natural energies equivalent to a shot of espresso. But the best thing about tea, and the reason we started the company, is because it gives you mental focus and acuity, like performance, at the same time that energizes your body. So you can really go out and excel and, personally perform every day. So there's a lot of people who are just working hard. They're not doing the adrenaline. They don't want the adrenaline. They don't want the high. They just want a really productive energy that helps them get done what they have to get done.
I thought the days that I drank teaRiot, it was just me, but really it's a teaRiot. Okay. Talk to us a little bit about you. We were talking on stage about Instagram. You guys are big on the gram. How important is it?
It's our main focus. We're a small startup, obviously, entrepreneurial company focusing on, it's a free media tool. So I think the thing about social media we really focus on is it's social. So we try to make as genuine community connections as possible. And we're up to 70,000 followers in just a short amount of time.
And so how do you do that? You encourage people to riot?
We're always rioting.
It's your kind of riot, though.
Yeah.
What is a tea
It's
riot?
a very positive energy riot. So just helping show people really what our gram focuses on is what it's like to have the product in your life. How do you experience our product and what you're doing every day? So I think the content is such a focus for us, and really being ruthless about not overshowing the product. So we show people living on our product.
What is a tea rioter then? What's the demographic of a tea rioter?
So we're definitely a younger millennial audience, and also getting a hold of Gen Zers. So when we look at our Instagram following, we definitely have that younger audience who are coming to the brand because these are the people who are looking for fresh ingredient. They want the energy from fresh ingredients. And so I think it was said earlier that people really, tea is becoming younger. It's a younger demographic, and we're grabbing a hold of that. They're looking for alternative energy, and tea is here to deliver what people want.
Now, you've recently been in the Chobani incubator. Congratulations on that.
Awesome.
How's that experience been?
It's an amazing experience. First of all, a big shout out to Chobani for even creating it. It was inspired by Hamdi's vision. I think for us, the biggest opportunity to be connected to 150% entrepreneur. This guy, when you walk into a room, he just has experienced it all, the ups, the downs, the emotional roller coasters, and he's really put everything into practice. And it's out of his generosity he's created this program. So that's been awesome. And then it's kind of a three-way thing. You get access to Hamdi, which as an entrepreneur is obviously inspiring.
Sure.
And then you get access to his C-suite with all these people who have been a part of an early stage growing company. People forget Chobani's only 10 years old. So you get their critical thinking, and obviously they have a high competency for what they're doing. But the thing about it is they're so compassionate. They just really want to help every brand, and it's a part of their culture to really help these brands scale and think ahead of where they are today.
What did you learn, and what do you think? What did you learn, and how is teaRiot going to change as a result of being in the incubator?
So I think the biggest thing that we learned was what it takes for a brand to scale, and Chobani in a quick pace. So really understanding your consumer, but I think the most valuable thing, and it's so obvious, but there's so many demands every day, sometimes you lose sight of it, but it's really being purpose driven. And one thing that Chobani definitely had shown us is why you started the company is the most important thing to stay close to. And so they helped us kind of reground on that. And then not only the values you want to express to your customer who's buying your product, but also the importance of building those retail relationships and making them your partner and treating them with the same values, and then the internal culture. And so really, they just reminded us this is all a people business.
That's awesome. I'm thinking about, questions that I love to ask entrepreneurs. And, I admire, the teaRiot brand and the story of the teaRiot brand. How has that story changed from what you originally thought it would be via, being able to, talk to your consumer via social media and get all that feedback?
Yeah. Just our core story, how it's evolved?
Sure.
When we first went into the market, we started as a fresher, better tea. We always were communicating the functional benefit behind tea being energy, but we weren't quite as overt about it. And so I think when we went into Chobani, we really revealed to ourselves that the single reason we started the company was to provide the energy power of tea and botanicals to people everywhere. And so they helped us reground and realize we're really a natural energy proposition and not a tea proposition. So when you have that real clarifying kind of lightning bolt come and hit you, it really impacts everything you do. So we refined our messages, we refined our merchandising, and we built a category story around healthier energy and why tea was the primary thing to deliver it.
Healthy energy, natural energy, very new market. Well, you've seen a lot of companies jump into it. You've got some great peers in terms of Matcha Bar and now Zest Tea. How bullish are you on this market? Obviously, you're bullish on this market. Where do you think it can go?
I believe it's a huge market, so I don't think we've understand where it's gonna. I don't think we know how big it's gonna get. We've done some projections. It appears to us, based on people's behaviors and categories they're coming from, that it can be a $3 billion category with just this premium tier, just in the U.S.
$3 billion.
So and we're planning to lead it. We want. Austin Powers on it.
Thank you.
But anyway, we're planning to lead it for sure. We're emerging as a breakout brand in healthier energy, and we welcome everybody who's a part of the category because healthier energy needs to be brought to the people. So we welcome Zest, we welcome Matcha Bar. We all have a big mission ahead of us, but we want to break out as the leader for sure.
So being a breakout brand or being the leader in a category, what do you think, and we had GT Dave on stage earlier talking about, being he's a leader in the kombucha category. What do you think, a leader needs to do to, successfully lead a category?
Well, I think for us, it's about really being consumer leading. So it's just understanding that consumer down just to the greatest detail. Steve and I, early in the stages of this company, we did farmers markets together.
Steve is
my husband and co-founder.
Right there. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve. So anyway, we've continued to demo. You get so many great early stage in the business, so much great feedback and insight to understand who this customer is. So I think as long as we're always operating on behalf of what they need and delivering it with purity and authenticity, we'll remain the leader.
What do you need for, at this point? I mean, have you got everything figured out at this point? What do you need for teaRiot to go next level?
No, it's definitely every day brings its challenges to every entrepreneur. To go next level, right now we're about to achieve a great amount of scale. So we're going to increase our distribution 7 times from what we are right now in early 2019. So I think, there's a lot of things that are standard. Yes, you need money, but I think the thing that we're really focused on is the talent we're going to bring to the business. So people really make the difference, and the talent that we're going to recruit in to help us scale and to deliver everything with as much intention and passion and dedication that we have.
What's the secret to hiring great people? You've hired some people. You've hired a few people.
We've hired a few people, and they're great. And I think it just has to be a value fit and a competency fit. So never stepping aside from the culture. But I think more than anything, we stand for positive energy. So when somebody comes into a room, it's a pretty quick read if they have positive energy or not. And that's the first
brilliant.
filter.
That's
they have
brilliant.
to exude.
Your brand pillar
brand.
has to. They have to be that positive energy that teaRiot brings. So what's next for teaRiot?
So increased scale. So we're going national this year. So we're going to be scaling across the nation, which is a big deal. We're hands down in the natural channel, but then we're also building a multi-channel network here in SoCal, and we're going to own Southern California across all channels.
That's awesome. Well, I can't wait to see what comes next for teaRiot. I can't wait till it's more readily available in my market with this whole scale thing. So,
awesome.
Laura, thanks so much for being on.
Really
it was so fun
on.
to have you here.